Oh boy, another trans shooter.
Hello, John.
Seems to be the trend.
Well, that was nice. This is
Oh, you think we're gonna get kicked off?
that was a great introduction. We'll see you next week, guys.
I think that's it, huh, for today? That's
See you
it.
next week.
Uh-oh.
Chris, have a good birthday this weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Yep, in Iowa. Media's not covering it though.
Why?
Foxes.
Foxes. I saw Fox covering it.
CNN touched on it.
But they didn't really get into the details, the sordid details. We will. Oh yeah, this is where we got shut down, right, Chris?
This
Took too
is
much.
probably where we're gonna go and get lost. Yep.
Is the media trying to cover up the trans issue?
George.
Not issue.
This is just for educational purposes, George.
Yeah. I mean, there was a school shooting at Perry High School in Iowa.
Ironically, it's 23 miles from where my ex-wife grew up and probably lives.
She grew up in Iowa?
Yeah.
It's a lot of vowels in that state.
Yeah. A lot of corn too.
Corn and vowels, that's what they're known for.
Corn and Val.
Not potato.
So this Iowa school shooter at Perry High School, confirmed by police to be a student, Dylan Butler, tried to gender fluid and transitioning social media posts. This was the post that he made right before he did the shooting.
So he even changed his clothes.
Oh, this was about like a couple weeks ago, this one.
You said the one to the left, the one that says "Now we wait."
Yeah, this one.
Same. That was taken right before.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because if you look on the floor, there's clothes in the bathroom picture.
Oh, here you.
Yeah.
Is that clothes or is that a bag?
That looked like a book bag.
It could be a bag.
Are we going to watch that video, or is that just a picture?
Oh, you want to watch some of this loser's videos?
Viewer discretion
I'd like to see.
is
Yeah.
advised.
Yeah, what is
Here,
that?
here was his TikTok. They scrubbed it all, by the way. They got rid of all of his social media.
Of course they did.
Oh, there's the famous flag. See, I got to know if this guy was taking the pills, doing the shots or whatever.
And,
You know what I mean? Because this is like
babe.
out of the last 7 like major media shootings, 5 of them have been trans.
Right.
Uvalde, Colorado, Nashville, this one. I mean, what is going on here? Is it the media still can flame saying, oh, you're being targeted when, just passing laws saying, get the books out?
Well,
Can't do these dances in front of kids?
I mean, technically, we're being targeted if it's a majority of trans.
Yeah. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah.
I want to stay on air. That's my job, is to try and keep us on air.
Oh,
Here he is.
I'll say it.
Yeah, hot dogs for days. All right. Oh, there's a femboy Hooters. Oh, boy. I love MLP. You guys know what MLP stands for? My Little Pony, My Little Pony. How do you know, Joe? I read the article.
Furries.
He likes doing things to furries.
Well, I mean,
So here, let's go to the story first.
we don't kink shame.
No.
Today, a new year brought back a haunting
we do.
bane of the past as another school shooting left a community grappling with sorrow and unspeakable loss.
Ed goes all the
Authorities in the
above,
small town of Perry, Iowa, say a 17-year-old student armed with a shotgun and a small caliber handgun shot and killed.
Oh, that's another reason why media is not covering it so well. There was no AR-15. There was no weapon of war. It was a shotgun and a handgun.
Shotgun, Jesus.
Which that child had no legal.
No, the kid's 17.
Right. He had
Right,
no
or
legal
was.
access.
He's gone now.
Oh, really?
What's the thing?
He's
They were.
self-deleted.
They was.
Self-deletion.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, is that the one student killed?
And the
Yeah.
one. No.
Oh, no.
No, he killed
was like-
a 6th grader.
That's so.
I know. I know. Listen, either get yourself some help or take yourself out first.
That's ridiculous.
And that's how we get kicked off.
A 6th grader and wounded 4
You're
other
right.
students along with a school administrator. By the time police located the shooter, they say he was dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It happened early this morning as classes at
Gotcha,
Perry
Gil.
High School were set to resume today following the holiday break. But thoughts of the new semester quickly turned to thoughts of survival. Students running from the sound of shots, barricading themselves in classrooms, waiting for the horror to end. NBC's Vaughn Hilliard is there tonight with the latest.
Tonight, horror.
Do you think NBC is going to mention anything about this this kid?
No.
You know, specific political motivations or a community?
No.
If this was a kid wearing a MAGA hat, how would it be?
No, it would have been all over this.
Dude, we wouldn't be talking about Miami Nephilim.
That's true.
We wouldn't even be talking about Epstein.
That's true.
For students on the first day back from winter break, a sixth grader killed
Yes, right,
and 5
Eds.
others
And-
wounded in a school shooting in Perry, Iowa.
Did you know 60%, I believe this is the stat, 60% of gun deaths are, what is it, suicide? Because they count suicide as a gun death, right?
Can't use that word, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, suicides.
Self-deletion.
Yeah, self-deletion, right, sorry, you're right.
No, you can't use that word no more.
No,
you
YouTube.
Get kicked off for the S word.
That's right, self-deletion.
You
That's
can say shit, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
That's right.
Yeah.
I could say no cap.
No cap.
No cap.
I wonder why.
That'd
is
be
that?
cap.
No, it wouldn't be a
Units,
cap.
we've got an active shooter situation at Perry High School.
Authorities say the shooting started at approximately 7:37 this morning as students and faculty arrived on campus. Officers arrived within 7 minutes.
We've got reports of multiple subjects injured at this time.
They immediately made entry and witnessed students and faculty either sheltering in place or running from the school.
Law enforcement officials say among the injured, 4 students and 1 school administrator, all being treated at nearby hospitals. The shooter, identified as Dylan Butler, a junior at the high school. Police say he was killed by a self-inflicted gun.
The student identified as Dylan Butler, junior at the high school. Police say he was killed by self-inflicted gunshot wound. Wonder what else you're going to say about the guy.
Gunshot wound.
Butler was armed with a pump-action shotgun and a small caliber
Yeah, the kid
handgun.
capped himself,
Officers
huh?
located during the search of the school an improvised explosive device.
Had an
Friends say
IED, IED as well, huh? Lunatic, sicko.
I wonder all about that IED. I don't know if that IED was actually anything worth.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much
Because
about
they
Butler
said it
was
a
bullied.
pipe bomb.
it. Right.
One friend says he messaged her minutes before the shooting.
He said that he was fine and he was okay, he was all good.
Freshman student Philip Gray believes his friend was shot.
I think he was like close to the school shooter, so I'm guessing he probably got hit and probably tried to run away.
Do you know how your friend is doing?
I'm praying that he's okay.
A devastating tragedy hitting this small, tight-knit community.
And Vaughn joins us in the Perry High School. Vaughn, what's the status of the investigation right now?
Lester, multiple law enforcement agencies are on the ground here in Iowa, including the FBI, investigating the potential motive of this shooter. Well, the students at this school of nearly 700 just wait for the word on the conditions of their classmates.
Thanks for watching. Stay.
Hey, Clay.
What's up, Claybite? So, yeah, scrubbing of his social media.
Yep.
So, say it again, Courtney. The
Is
Courtney.
there anything like
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
parents?
I gotta. Well,
'Cause
so
he's-
so the parents are saying his sister was getting bullied at school, and that may be why he did this. Really?
so that
Listen, bullying.
where did he get these guns, parents?
Right.
To be
How'd you
fair,
let
it
him
is
leave with
Iowa. A pump shotgun. It's probably a household item.
But
lying
he was
around.
17. You think he left the house, walked out, and his parents just saw him leave with it? You know, how did that?
They probably weren't home.
Yeah, the sixth grader was killed. He eventually died. He or she eventually died. Six shooting victims, including one dead at the Perry, Iowa school. Law enforcement. Sixth grader was killed. One victim in critical condition, 4 in stable condition. Shooter ID'd as Dylan Butler, who was armed with a pump-action shotgun and handgun. Okay, NBC confirmed that the shooter is dead, self-inflicted wound. The WHO, WHO 13 has identified 17-year-old Dylan Butler, who was a senior. Okay, we just told he was a junior. But Perry High School as the gunman who was shot up at the school. More facts. Okay, good.
I'm about to say that to me that does make a difference. You're a 17-year-old. Are you a junior or are you a senior?
Butler had a TikTok profile called Took Too Much before the Chinese-owned company scrubbed it, but journalist Colin Rugg captured a screen recording of the account before it disappeared. The recording features chilling music and features some genuinely bizarre footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay, let me see if I got that here.
When they scrub it, does that mean like it's gone forever,
And
or
it's
can
gone.
they use?
It's gone.
They delete the account completely.
So the cops don't even like look at it.
They will have access via a subpoena.
Oh no.
Like they'll what they'll have to do is basically give them a warrant for the account.
Give
But-
who a warrant?
TikTok.
Oh, I was like, he's dead.
But what they do is they take the account and they lock it so that it can't get accessed without having a specific access code.
All right, today, Junior.
Today.
Here, let's try this.
How about new, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Which one was that? The third one?
Gold member.
Gold member.
Number 3.
Number 3?
You want to paint as you?
The one with Beyonce?
Dylan Butler, the Perry High School shooter that happened today in Iowa. His zodiac sign, a Libra. And
What does that mean?
this? His Reddit. And as I kept on reading it, I found something very interesting. Like, question for those who haven't started transitioning yet, what's holding you back? He said, I don't want to look ugly. And before they took down his TikTok, there were some videos, and they were disturbing. He was smoking cannabis, okay, but he's underage. Also, he was doing fake gun gestures, but he was making pansexual jokes. It looks like Dylan was transitioning, going through the transition. And a lot of stuff that I read here, it backs that up. And this could bring awareness to mental health in the country regarding adults and also kids, and possibly kids that are going through transitioning. Now, what happened in Nashville, there was the manifesto of the Nashville shooter, but, well, it came out months later and it found out was a trans.
I wonder if
and
that was...
these are just this
Oh,
is the
here's
truth.
his,
And this is
TikTok.
why you can't talk about this stuff on any other platform other than the X platform. Look, he even talked about his parents always arguing. He must have been in a broken home. He must have felt like he was alone. But it's something connecting the dots here with transitioning in the youth, maybe drug consumption, all of this going hand to hand, technology, social media. There's a lot of questions, and it's going to take a lot of time, and we might not even get any answers, or we will. But look, he didn't even like kids. He even says it right here that he hates children. And the life that he took...
If you hate children, especially if you're young, something happened in your childhood that just is not a good memory.
Right.
was a
How
child
do you
in
hate
5th
children?
grade before taking his own life.
He's a child himself.
Right. Sick animal. Sick animals. If this even crosses your mind, go get help. Like, seriously, go seek help. Don't seek vengeance. Go seek help. Jesus.
I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that we haven't we haven't created
Sorry, here's this TikTok. Go on, Chris. I'm
a
sorry.
thick enough skin.
Well, I mean, here's the thing too. They're it's designing every especially the males to be weak, okay, and to be controllable and not be men. And that messes with the programming, your God-given natural brain as a man.
Right.
And so now you're confused. And then once you add, and I don't know if this one has chemicals injected and put into their body, it even screws with the brain even more.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this TikTok here. There must have been some sign that this kid was going to do this. Either him posting it or telling a best friend of his plan. Guaranteed. But will FBI get it, as we saw with friggin' Nashville, and hold on to it? Because you're probably going to see a common phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll just play it on the video itself then.
I'm about to say, is that coming from that?
Yeah. We started over. Here we go.
Dum, 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 dum.
December 21st, 2023. What grown adult kid, 17-year-old, plays on the slides, though?
Who was that? Who's the kid recording?
I don't know.
He must know something is sick in his head.
Nope.
Yo, check it out. It's the cook from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Kid that's stoned out of his mind.
Kid's got to grow up. Well, he's dead now.
Beautiful night today.
It's just stoned to the bone.
They're hanging out at
Yoda?
the park.
You must.
Why?
You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did.
Binge drinking, they lose it when the DJ drops the knee. Getting so gone, I'm not
I wonder what these kids think now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do they... And this selfish prick, all of his friends now, I'm sure they have some guilt.
A girl's purse? It's a Louis Vuitton backpack and it's unisex. Question, does the devil wear... Why are you wearing...
He had a jacket on
Yeah.
with the first calf.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
All right.
I say right foot creep. Ooh.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
I'd go to the reaction on X, but I don't even know what the hell's on there. But then it's interesting. I was looking at the Perry High School Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
The alumni, something stood out that was kind of interesting to me.
What was that?
Here, I'll pull it up. You tell me if you recognize.
Any of the names?
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson? No, just kidding.
Katy Perry.
John Doe, another reason why there needs to be a coup or a security guard at every school. Only one point of entry into school. So, yeah, let me scroll down. Perry High School, Iowa. External links. Notable alumni. Sam Brinton. Does that name pop out to you guys at all?
Nope.
No.
What if I click on it? Samuel Otis Brinton.
No.
Yo. Right?
No, yeah.
The
White House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head of nuclear disposal for the Biden administration.
Yeah.
That got fired that was stealing the women's clothes?
Yeah.
And into the puppy stuff?
Of course.
Yeah. Same high school.
Must be something in the water.
Very interesting, right? I scroll down. I go, no. It can't be the same one. And then I click on it and I go, yep. That's the puppy person.
That's
The furry.
The furry, right. And I'm telling you, if you're into furry stuff, I'm sorry. There's something wrong with you. I'm not here to hate you, but you got to reconsider things here. That's not a normal thing.
A lot of anime has to do with that, too.
Yeah, making love to animals or people dressed up as animals is not a healthy mental situation.
It's not a good situation.
It's a very difficult situation. Yeah, this guy. Something's going on over there in Perry High School.
Well, 2
Oh, God.
isn't so bad. I mean, they're pretty bad when it makes this kind of news, but...
And just think, so all this came out before that whole luggage incident, and they were like, "Hey, no, let him be him." And then he steals the luggage. They're like, "Okay, now we got to fire you." All right. Now, Courtney, I know you got this for Christmas, but you don't even use it, so that's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's different if it's, role playing.
No.
This guy didn't last long,
I
huh?
tried.
Over in the this guy didn't last long in the White House, June 19, 2022.
Oh, my.
To December 11, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I wonder who Kim Petrie is. If she went to Perry. But yeah, I just found that interesting. That's all.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, something does go wrong when you type in Dylan Butler. This kid's a you're a narcissist. You're a loser if you go into a school and pull a trigger. Kill a sixth grader. What the hell's wrong with you, bro? No, you're not a girl. You're a man. And the problem what's going on up here is that you're being fed information that it's okay to be a girl.
Everybody get a trophy.
Man, you want to insult my God and say that he screwed up? Oh boy, do I got something for you. See if it plays.
There is no such thing as transgender. You're either XX or XY. That's it. God made man male and female. That is determined genetically. That is physiology. That is science. That is reality. This notion that you are something other than your biology is a cultural construct intended as an assault on God. The problem with buying into this is it is a kind of personal suicide. It is literally the end of your existence in the way that God designed you. A person who is in the transgender world is 19 times more likely to kill himself or herself because you have completely cut yourself off from reality and from normal relationships. This is the end of your identity. This is the end of your ability to have a marriage that is a real marriage. It's the end of your ability to have a family. It's the end of your ability to connect and to be a part of a society and a culture and have a future and belong. It is a kind of extreme isolation that can be no more extreme. You can't get more extreme than saying, I am not who I actually am. Because that becomes an utterly imperceptible identity. You literally have disconnected yourself from existence. I think this has to be dealt with love and compassion because there's some holes in the heart of someone going in that direction. There's a lack of being loved and accepted and feeling wanted and needed and significant. You've got to find the fine line between confronting the error of it to protect the person and at the same time providing the love and affirmation that that person needs to be all that God would have that person be.
How do we find that fine line? And yes, Jesus is Lord. Absolutely.
Thank you, Ed, by the way.
What, he called you a freak?
No, he said congrats on my marriage.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's only because they had the best DJ.
Mm-hmm. Praise God for a DJ. That is tough though, that video.
Ryan?
I have like trouble with, I mean, I know with God, like we should love one another and everything, but like I'm big on like self-deletion prevention, but likewise to that and gender ideal, life, both of those are like very similar and both of those have selfish tendencies, like sometimes people self-delete because they're being selfish and don't talk to people about it and don't show, and I understand that, but likewise transgender is like so selfish in my opinion.
Well, yes, especially once they want you to start changing the way you think to fit their narrative.
That's my thing. It's
That's very selfish.
Yeah.
Okay? And the thing is, we're really, at least personally me, looking out for you. You're going down a bad path that's not going to end up in a good place when it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, if your house is on fire, I'm going to tell you to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say, hey, you look really warm. No. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
You're in trouble.
Joke Winters puts, this is how most modern civilizations begin to end.
Look at the history of the fall of Rome and where it began. with just sex.
Ed Reynolds just goes, yeah, I know, joke winners. Rome, ancient Greece, it all started and ended with things like this.
All right, and that's what they want. They want this to dismantle so it can all be. They want to remove the foundation so they can rebuild Marxism, globalism. The more you know.
No, it's perfect. It stinks though. I wish people opened their eyes and heard what people think about it, rather than like point fingers like you should understand me. Like, you don't even understand you. How can I understand?
Well, here's the thing. They really want to believe that
Yeah.
guy is a girl.
Yeah.
And part of that is not that guy's fault. Part of that is the social media algorithms that are manipulating that guy to think he's a girl, and it's okay to think he's a girl. Part of it is the society, okay, that has no faith base, okay, and actually despises God and will do whatever it can to do the opposite of what God says and what God has sent.
No cap.
No cap. No cap. You know,
It was nice having you on the show, Courtney.
I hope they swerve soon to the right direction.
Yeah, I hope they swerve and move fast.
And it does start with social media, and it does start with grooming, right? You know, you remove faith. They don't have a God, so they replace it with something else. Unfortunately, that God is government sometimes, and that's terrible.
Social media.
And here's the thing, too. Sin is pleasurable. Sin is very pleasurable. And they would rather have that pleasure and know what's going to happen at the end than to give up the pleasure and follow the word of God and accept Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior. I'm telling you, you do what you got to do, but you know there's a God. Deep down inside, you know there's a God. You know how I know? Anytime the shit hits the fan, what do you say first? Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Promise you. When you're in that foxhole, you're praying, even the atheist.
That's what they say.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I've seen it.
I'm probably cussing up a storm.
Yeah, but
That
you're
was
saying
not-
it to someone. You
that
may
was
not
not me
know
doing
who
it.
yet, but.
Third round of the Jeffrey Epstein. Where's the of the Jeffrey Epstein court documents released? Who's on it?
Who's on third?
Who's on third? We're about to find out.
What's on second?
Mm-hmm.